Alright, let's look at the homework 7, problem number 29. Alright, so we have a function f of x equals natural log of quantity x plus 8 and a minus 2. Alright, select the correct choice below and if necessary, fill in the answer box to complete your choice. Alright, so we want to find the domain of this function. Alright, so let's look at that. Alright, remember that the natural log only takes a positive value, alright? So we have to make sure that this guy right here, x plus 8, is actually positive, right? From there, we can find a domain. So we have, let's see, x plus 8 must be positive, right? So which means that we can subtract 8, so x has to be greater than negative 8, right? So that's the domain. So let's type it in. Alright, so domain is at least negative, actually it has to be greater than negative 8, right? So go to positive infinity. So in interval notation, we have, so negative 8 and up, actually not including negative 8, right? Check the answer. Alright, we got that. Alright. And let's see, x-intercepts, all right? So if you want to find x-intercept, we set this guy equal to 0, all right? So we have, let's go ahead and set this guy equal to 0, all right? So this means that here, all right, I'm going to add 2 to both sides. So we have a natural log of x plus 8 is equal to 2, all right? Then, to get rid of natural log, I'm going to raise e to both sides. So if you raise e to natural log of x plus 8, and you have e to the 2, or e squared, right? Remember that e and natural log and exponential functions are inverses of each other, so they cancel out. So you have x plus 8 equals to x squared. E squared, sorry. All right, so what we can do is just subtract 8 to isolate x. So you have e squared minus 8. All right, so type it in, and we have e squared. All right, so we're going to, I guess we have to use e here, squared, and minus 8. All right, let's check the answer. All right, got that. Alright, next one, y-intercept. So we just have to set x equal to 0. Alright, so plug in 0 there. So we have f of 0 is equal to natural log of 8 minus 2. Alright, so let's type it in. Oops, here. Let's see. Right, we have natural log. Right, so it's going to be ln of 8 minus 2. All right, check the answer. All right, we got that. All right, next one, increasing. So we're looking at, let's see, we're looking at the increasing, decreasing behavior. All right, so we're going to have to look at the derivative. All right, so let's take the derivative. F prime of x is equal to, right, derivative of natural log is going to be, so I'm going to put, whenever you take the natural log, you just put the, whatever inside the natural log, put in here, then multiply that by the derivative, so it's going to be derivative of x plus 8 is going to be 1. So it's going to be 1 over x plus 8, and the derivative of negative 2 is 0, since negative 2 is a constant. All right, so this is the derivative, all right? Then we want to see if this ever becomes 0. So does this become 0? Actually, it doesn't. So it's never 0, right? But it's going to be undefined when x. It has to be x is greater than 8. Greater than negative 8. So if x is greater than negative 8, so this guy is actually, we can say a little bit more than this, just right. Since we know that x plus 8 has to be positive for natural log of 1 plus 8 to make sense, so this is a 1 over positive quantity. So this is going to be positive. So it's increasing on its domain. So let's type it in. Alright, function is increasing on the subinterval, which is just on the domain. So it's going to be -8 to infinity. Alright, so do that. Alright, let's see. I messed it up somewhere, huh? Oh, sorry. I put E instead of infinity. Sorry, that was a mistake. Infinity. Yep. Alright, got that. Alright, then the function is decreasing. Actually, this guy is never decreasing. Alright, got that. Alright, function has a local maximum at, let's see, so we'll see. If you look at this function, so this function is always increasing. So there's no local maximum or minimum. So here. So there's no local maximum. Alright, got that. And there's no local minimum because it's always increasing. So here. Alright, we got that. Alright, so function, we have to look at the concavity here. Alright, so we have to take the derivative of this guy. So I guess I'm going to rewrite it as x plus 8 to the -1. That way we can take the derivative a little more easily. Alright, so if you take the derivative, so we look at the f double prime of x. Alright, so it's going to be put negative sign in front, x plus 8, and subtract 1 from the power, so it's -2. Multiply by derivative inside, which is 1, so I'm not going to write that. So this is going to be simply -1 over x plus 8 squared. Alright, and this is actually always negative, right? Because there's a negative sign, 1 is always positive, and there's a square, so it's going to be positive. So this is going to be always negative, which tells you that it's concave upward on its domain. Alright, so here. Alright, so function is concave upward on the subinterval. So which is the domain. So I'm going to just type in -8 to infinity. Then check the answer. Alright. On the positive, let's see. Let's subinterval. Oh, sorry, cause a concave upward. Alright, sorry, I meant the concave downward. So I guess I have to, sorry about that. Alright, so I'm going to just erase this and then concave upward, never concave upward because it's always concave downward. Alright, so here, and let's see, did I miswrote it? Oh, okay, so I actually miswrote it, so sorry about that. That was my mistake. This is concave downward because it's negative, right? Alright, so we got that. Alright. Then its function is concave downward on its domain. So here, finally, we have -8 and infinity. So this will do it. Alright, we got that. Alright, so let's see, quick choice if necessary. So function has an inflection point. Alright, so we're going to have to look for an inflection point. Alright, but remember that here, this function is always concave downwards, so of course concavity never changes, which means that there is no inflection point. Alright, so here there's no inflection point. Check the answer. Got that. Alright, and let's see, continue. Alright, so we have to pick the right picture. Alright, so what was the, alright, so it's always increasing, so let's look for the increasing picture. Alright, A is decreasing, not, so it's going to be either B or C, and D is decreasing, so it's going to be between B and C. So let's look at the concavity. Alright, concavity is concave down. Alright, so unfortunately, both of them, B and C, are concave down, but the domain, remember, domain is greater than -8. So it looks like this picture starts from -8, but the C doesn't start from -8. So B should be the right answer. All right, check the answer. All right, got that. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.